Hey, good people. It's your girl, Kim McBride, also known as Get Keys with Kim. I'm coming to you today because I want to give you 10 tips if you are considering purchasing new construction. I just came from a new construction consultation with my clients who have purchased new construction properties twice before. This will be their third time. However, they're smart enough to know that regardless of the fact that these homes are new and that the builders have builders reps that are there to show you the house, like to basically do an open house, that you absolutely should have a real estate agent representing you. So let's get into it because we've already kind of got into it. And let's start with number one. Regardless of the fact that the new construction house is new, you need to have an agent. You will see buyers reps there or representatives there, but they are hired to protect the interest of the builder. So if the builder was smart enough to get a representative for them, why wouldn't you be smart enough to get a representative for you? Something else you should keep in mind is there are three types of new construction homes. You have spec homes, you have custom homes or semi-custom homes, and then you have fully custom or full custom homes, right? Spec homes are just short for speculative. That means that the builder, based on their knowledge and expertise and maybe what other buyers have liked in different markets that they serve, they will build a house based on spec, what they speculate that buyers will want in a particular community. You do not get to choose anything. Then you have semi-custom, which is just that. Some things you can change in the home, but not everything. And then you have fully customizable homes, which is exactly what it sounds like. You get to customize everything. Speaking of homes that are fully customizable, keep in mind that when you see the model, it's going to have every bell and whistle you could probably think about. It's going to be the most expensive house in the neighborhood. The goal of that is not only to show you what could be possible, but also to make you want to upgrade, because that's really where the money is. Because when you purchase a house, you have the base price, and then you have the actual price after you add on the different upgrades. Number 4, and something else you may want to consider is that with builders, they have their own contracts. So in real estate, each state has their own contract, but builders, even within a particular state, have their own contracts. They're not all created equal. And most times these contracts are meant to protect the builder. So this is why having an agent is really important, because your agent knows these contracts or knows the terms and the language and the verbiage that is used in these contracts, and they can best lead and guide you so that later on down the line, you haven't signed, we won't say your life away, but you haven't signed things that will not be in your best interest. Or if you are going to sign those things, you know it, and you're going in with some extra knowledge. Number 5, always get a home inspection. Just because a house is new does not mean it's right, does not mean it's perfect, does not mean that it's not prone to human error. It is still built by human hands. And so I always recommend that to all of my clients. Number 6, the builder most times either has in-house lending options or financing options, or they are connected to a financial institution, some type of bank or mortgage company that can also assist you. I always recommend that you get a second opinion from a lender or financial institution outside of the builder. You might want to get a second opinion because sometimes rates and incentives and things like that can be different. So just consider that. Just because they have in-house financing or they're connected to financing doesn't mean you have to go with them. Always look at all your possible options. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, now we're going to get into number 7, which is really important, which are like hidden fees. So if you don't already know, new construction is usually more expensive to purchase than what we call a resale, so a house that's already built. Why? Sometimes you might have to deal with things like lot premiums, which means if you want a particular lot to build your house on, they charge extra for that. I remember working with a builder one time that the lot premium was $50,000. So it was just $50,000 for the land. That didn't include the base price of the house or any upgrades. Speaking of upgrades, we've talked about that already. That's another fee you may want to consider. And then you want to look into HOA fees. That's homeowners association. They govern what you can and cannot do within your subdivision or your community. And so sometimes HOA fees can be very cheap, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100. And sometimes they can be $800, $600, $350 a month. You can pay them monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, biannually, annually. Number 8, be careful of your timelines, right? With resales, houses that are already built, you can pretty much close in 30 to 45 days. With new construction, it can be 6 to 24 months. And so you need to plan accordingly. And unfortunately, especially with acts of God or lumber prices or housing prices, like the things that it costs for materials going up, things can be delayed, and that can push your own closing out on this new construction further out than you even anticipated. So you need to be able to have a little bit more flexibility than you would normally have. So those timelines are estimates. They're not actuals. All right, y'all, we're almost there. Number 9 is always check to see what is included in builders' warranties. So sometimes they'll say, okay, we'll cover structural stuff for this amount of time. We'll cover this for this amount. Like, they'll give you a list of things that they will cover. You need to make sure that you are comfortable with whatever is covered under their building warranties. If you don't feel comfortable with it, you don't have to move forward. But basically, they're saying, listen, if anything happens during this period of time, we'll cover it. If not, baby, you're on your own. Let's put that also in number 9 to say, look up the builder. Y'all, try to get into these groups in which people either already live in the community or they are building their home in the community. They will exchange all kinds of stories and tell you all kinds of information. Contact the Consumer Bureau. Contact your local state. Ask people. Go online. See what the reviews are about these builders, because once you start building, it may be too late. And then last but not least, number 10, make sure you're clear about these terms, because when I tell you, those builder contracts are usually really, really good, and it's hard to get out of them without losing money. Make sure that you are reading everything you sign. It's extremely important. And then you know what else you do? You get keys with Kim. Make it a great day on purpose. I hope to see you back again. Share, comment, like, follow, and come back for more. Peace.